everybody. Welcome to Reverse the Verse. It is Friday, March 25th, 2015. I'm your host, Community Manager Jared Huckabee. With me, as always, is our Director of Community Engagement, Online Strategy, and Spaceships, Mr. Ben Lesnick. Say hello, Ben.
Hi.
So close. Our Subscription Manager, Ms. Alexis Lesnick. Say hello, Lesnick.
Hello.
See?
Lesnick?
What are you, Tony Zarek?
Are you Mark Long? He uses people's last names.
We didn't even get
gets
40
that from Tony
seconds.
Zarek.
We didn't even get 40 seconds into this thing.
Look,
Wow.
we're all wound up
I know, we had an exciting pre-conversation.
This is the Batman versus Superman of live streams.
Okay.
Totally incoherent. And our editor, Mr. Justin Chambers.
Hey guys.
So, Reverse the Verse is the Cloud Imperium Games community team's weekly informal live stream with the fans. We're going to talk a little bit about our week in review. We're going to cover what's coming up in patch 2.3, give you a ship update and where's my spaceship, take some questions from the chat, and then finally take a look at what's coming up ahead. So, Ben, our week in review. What did we do this week?
Starfarer. A lot of Starfarer stuff.
Lots of Starfarer stuff.
My mom's name is also Starfarer.
My mom's name is Starfarer. Should we be best friends?
Yeah!
We shouldn't spoil anything for people.
No, they have no idea what that's a reference to.
Okay.
We didn't say.
Okay.
We didn't say what that's a reference to. Those who know will know, and those who don't, don't.
Most of these people probably already went and saw it last night, though.
Well, no, if you're going to be that specific, people are going to know what we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
We're trying not to give spoilers.
Okay. No spoilers.
That movie will have a hard enough time being entertaining on its own without us ruining
I
it.
thought we're talking about Big Fat Greek Wedding 3, aren't we? Or 2?
Two.
2.
Yes,
That's what we're talking about.
I do have some legitimate questions about Big Fat Greek Wedding, too. Does it take the events of the TV series as canon, or what?
There was a TV series?
After the fervor over the original movie, there was like a TV series for like half a season.
Oh, maybe that's what they said, like why it took 14 years. I think it does take place after that.
Did we get through the introduction?
But the original, I really liked the first movie though. I thought it was clever. It was good. It was a good time.
Yeah, it's just a victim of its own success. Everybody went crazy for it, and then it got the backlash. It's been a long week.
See?
Goodbye, everybody.
And you were all worried we'd make the show too formal. I told you none of the fancy stuff was going to change nothing. All right, so this week, 2.3 is on the PTU. It's gone through a couple patches. I think we had a day where we pushed out 3 patches in the same day this week. Everybody's doing their work to try to get this patch out and into everybody's hands. It's got the Starfarer. And you're ready? Well, we got a whole section for 2.3. We'll wait for what 2.3 is when we get to 2.3. What else did we do this week, though? What did we do? What did we do this week?
What did we do this week? Can I look at my calendar?
We did.
Yeah, go ahead and look at the calendar.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I did this week. I bought a box.
Oh, what's in the
I bought
box?
a box of strange treats from 1999. Yes, there was one treat I wanted from 1999, and the only way I found it was in a box of treats from 1999. So this is what I did. We got a Qui-Gon Jinn dueling action spin pop candy.
What every child wants.
Spin pop candy. Look at that. And not to be outdone, there's a Darth Maul, and this is what happens to your lightsaber after however many years it's been since 1999. I'm not math. I don't know. Got something for you, Alexis.
It's only been 17 years after me.
Got something for you, Alexis. This is a Queen Amidala lip balm,
Oh.
Ooh.
and then for you, Justin, you get a Jar Jar flavored lip balm.
This is on,
Just what I needed.
pendant, so I can wear it like a necklace.
You know, I know for all those.
Hennessy, you can have a Jar Jar. No, not a Jar Jar. A Darth Maul flavored lip balm.
Wait, can I have the
You
Darth
come
Maul
here and get
one?
it.
Wait, let me have the Darth Maul one. Let him have
No, it's
Jar
no longer
Jar.
mid in box.
He wants Jar Jar
Yeah,
because
and
he
then-
bought that board game.
And then Ben can have an Anakin Pod Racer helmet lip balm.
Tom, you're
So
getting
lip
Jar
balms
Jar
for
Jar.
everybody.
Wow.
Now this is pod racing.
You are so generous.
This is a
I don't even
Obi-Wan
wanna know what
Kenobi
that
lightsaber pop,
Oh, okay, I was thinking it was
so you
something
can
else.
suck on a lightsaber.
Okay,
Go
I don't
suck
know.
on a lightsaber.
Go
Suck
suck
on a
on a
lightsaber.
lightsaber.
Then we have little grenades. These are tiny tarts.
Oh my god.
These are film action containers with Queen Amidala.
Wait, are there grenades in Star Wars?
Well,
I don't think you can eat this stuff, can you?
They're all sealed.
Yeah, but it's probably expired.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Are we gonna try
I don't
it?
think we should eat this stuff.
I'm totally gonna eat these things.
We should do. Can we do a taste test right now?
I don't think so because we have to make it for the rest of the show.
Here.
And then the coup de grace. The reason I bought this entire box of treats from 1999 is this masterpiece. This is a Jar Jar Binks Monster Mouth Candy Tongue. And it's like a sucker. And when you look at it, you're like, well, how am I, where's the sucker? Where's the sucker, Jared? Do you know where this, I've shown you.
No, you haven't shown me.
That's the sucker.
That's just rough.
That's the,
That is.
Oh wait, can you just like start sucking on that really
no,
quick?
no, it's got plastic on it. And it looks very deteriorated.
I
and there's a
mean,
part of it that wasn't covered
Listen,
in plastic.
you can't suck on that without anybody being like, Jared.
I have to go
Yeah.
away now.
This is where it ends.
No, this is part of the initiation hazing we're gonna put Tyler through when he's here next week.
Okay, so Tyler's gonna
we're
suck on that. Like, what do you like? Put it sideways in your like?
I think you just make out with it. But this was made. Somebody made this thing.
Why would somebody make that? That's not even like.
Oh my
I
god.
can't.
Oh
If my kid came home and said it was sucking
There we
on
go.
that thing, I'd be like, "Yo, listen."
There we go. There we go.
Right.
So did you come up with what we did in the week?
Yes.
By the way, this smells delicious. First of all,
You know, Allie and I actually have some candy that's older than this at home. I have a Wing Commander 4
don't
candy
bring me
bar
into this.
from a 1995 trade show. It's in a little glass case.
Give me some of those tarts.
let's try them. I'm telling you. Okay.
You know, we did a whole bunch of ship development work this week. We signed off the spec for the Buccaneer and the Dragonfly with some minor changes. The big debate we had midweek was whether you lean forward like a motorcycle or if you ride it like this, like a Harley. And
There's any
we went for leaning forward.
I'll try some.
What did we decide on?
Leaning forward, like a Japanese speedy bike thing.
Kind of like the
Ninja or
Akira
something.
space packs. Did they lean
Yeah,
forward?
yeah. Because, you know, leaning back like this, it just doesn't make sense. And it makes less sense in a spaceship, and it's like I just see Lobo when I picture that.
Nobody wants to think about Lobo.
I guarantee you Zack Snyder's thinking about Lobo right now.
It's true. He's in with the DC universe. He could do it.
All right,
All right.
are we gonna try this
Let's try
candy?
some of these. There you go.
Okay, everyone needs to try it at the same time, just in case. We all
But
go down
I-
together.
No.
No.
No, it tastes literally like cardboard. Oh well, once you get past the expired outside.
Once you get past the expired outside,
There's gold in those hills. But more importantly,
It's definitely not like.
there were too many at once.
You were the one that poured them in your mouth.
I'm
So I feel
It
like
literally tastes like
that
soap.
was your fault.
It tastes like soap. It literally does.
Need some Pepsi Limon. All right, did we do anything else this week?
we had a live stream on Tuesday. We did a long and exciting interview with David Ladyman and Ryan Archer to help promote Star Traders, which ends on Sunday. Kickstarter ends on Sunday. If you haven't checked out Star Traders yet, to do it. It's a really cool board game, and they're good folks. They're going to be doing their own 8-hour live stream on Friday. Or no, Sunday, which you can tune into if you want to watch David Ladyman and Ryan Archer talk for 8 hours. What else did we do this week?
Lots of stuff prepping for the Starfare sale. Starfare will go on sale when 2.3 hits public. We got a cool little
Oh, yes.
story adventure.
That's right. I wrote the story adventure.
You wrote a story adventure, and Nathan Dearsley worked his butt off to create a fantastic video that you're going to see with new original music composed by Pedro Camacho.
He's very proud of the guitars in this one.
Working with Pedro is a delight, and one of the delights is that you get once he says this is the final version, you can expect at least 4 more versions once you get to final. So it's got a vocal track with a gal singing in it, and it's got some electric guitars buried in there. It's a fantastic track. We're really pleased with it, and he did it all while he was working to set up a whole new orchestral scoring session in April and whatnot. So he did this amidst all this other work that he's doing. So we're really excited to get that video out for you. And Nathan did some great work on the video for the Star Fair. If you've seen the video we did around this time last year for the Retaliator, it's along those lines, but there's all kinds of new tech being shown. Used an AI system that generated realistic bloom and flare and stuff. That's maybe we can get him on. Maybe we can get him to Skype in for ATV next week or so, and maybe he'll talk about it because there's a lot of new tech going on in showcasing the Star Fair in this video.
And the Star Fair, we did a little magazine. It's Nathan rendered out these cool images of NPCs in action in the Star Fair. So there's a guy manning the turret, people lounging around in the rec room or the bedroom, and so on. So we did a little magazine pictorial story about a day in the life aboard a Star Fair, and it was heavily inspired by Stanley Kubrick's The Seafarers.
The Seafarers.
We were sitting in our office what can we base this on? And Starfarers, Seafarers. So we watched it. It's on YouTube. It was like a documentary he shot early in his career about the Seafarers Union. So we had a good time with the Starfarer stuff. There's a deck plan too. There, it looks really cool.
Yes.
And that will all go live with when 2.3 goes live, which we do not have a time for yet, but we're ready for it to happen. I believe there's one blocker preventing from going live right now, which is the AI spawn bug.
Yes, that happened this week. Infinite AI spawns. Folks were in games and streams fighting 300 ships, then 400 ships, then 500 ships.
You're gonna eat more?
No.
Like you
No,
literally looked
I
so
didn't.
sick
Away
just
from
now. Like
him.
why are you eating those?
Right.
They're so nasty.
So that was a fun bug.
We also had the Blade Q&A this week, right?
Oh yeah, we did one Blade Q&A. We got another one coming up later today. I've got
That's right. I
2
got-
questions to do, don't I?
Gotta ping John Crew for the rest of the answers.
Oh, well, you should do that quickly because their office is closed today, and
Sorry.
it's
I'll
night
te-
now.
I'll text him.
I'm working on that cool video.
CIG UK and CIG, or Foundry 42 UK and Germany are both closed for bank holidays, Friday and Monday.
Yes, and the CS team wanted us to relay the message that because of that, CS is closed for, I guess, today and Monday.
We also had visiting dignitaries here. We kind of did a personnel shuffle. We're fast 3 weeks. Chris has been in UK overseeing Squadron, and this past week, Aaron and Tony were here. You saw Aaron on ATV this week, right? Yeah, and yeah, it's weird because they're never all in the same place. Like, Chris Nortman are gone, and Aaron and Tony are here. And
But next week, Chris will be back.
Yes.
And on Wednesday, we'll be doing a subscriber RTV with him.
oh yeah, that's an exciting reveal.
Yes.
That would have been great for the looking ahead section.
Well, I'm sorry.
We hate your
I
sections.
wasn't
Wait.
sure what goes in the week in review and what goes in
Is,
looking
is
ahead.
can I talk
Well,
about the
stuff
video
that's already
I'm
happened
working
goes in
on?
the week in review.
Well, but that's something we've been planning this week, so hey,
Is
that is
my-
my week in review. Crush my dreams.
When's the video coming out that I'm working on?
Today. Well, actually, I don't know. Whenever the 2.3 goes live.
Oh, okay. Oh, so we can't talk about it then.
We did talk about
Oh,
it, right?
no.
just did.
Yeah, we talked
Okay.
about
All right. Well, I guess then that's the looking ahead section.
Let's go to patch 2.3, Tom.
By the way, during the conversation while we were setting up the cameras, Justin referred to Star Wars as Spider
No,
Wars.
he didn't.
Oh my god! It was.
He didn't.
It was. Thank you, Allie. It was like a jumbled mind switch.
He wasn't referring to that like for real. It was just a jumble.
It was a jumble.
All right, so since we've been talking about patch 2.3, patch 2.3 has the Starfare hangar ready. It
Yes, it
has
does.
the Xi'an Scout flight ready, and that's made some great improvements over the course of PTU. One of the great examples of the virtue of PTU is, when it came in the very first PTU patch, it was slow and blocky, and we knew that when it was going in. But the first patch is not the final patch; it's a process. So they've done some great work speeding it up. I've seen videos of people racing through New Horizons with it and stuff, and it's becoming the nimble, agile, two words that mean the same thing, ship that it's supposed to be.
Yes.
And it will continue to iterate.
Here comes Tom.
Yes. So there's an error.
There's what?
There's an error because I didn't know that you changed the name of the stream to Star Traders with David Ladyman. So I didn't change it back to RTV. So the stream is labeled Talking Star Traders with David Ladyman.
Oh,
The way
okay.
to change that is to stop streaming,
No,
change it, and start
No,
streaming.
just log into the website and change it on the website.
I'm gonna do that.
You log into Twitch. Here, I'll do it here.
Okay. Well, if you can do it without
Yep.
me stopping the stream.
In fact, I'm already logged in. I'm doing it right here.
Okay.
These
Let's-
are the kind of things that
Oh
happen.
my goodness.
Here.
Let's just cosplay David Ladyman.
Talk about 2.3.
Sorry.
2.3. No, we already talked about 2.3.
I can't help it. Nobody wants to stick to the topics.
Well, this is one of those informal moments.
All right, it says reverse the verse now. If people refresh the browser, it'll say reverse the verse.
Hooray!
Yay, now we're for real who we are.
Good job, everybody.
Teamwork.
All right, let's go to Where's My Spaceship?
Don't sound too excited,
And
everybody.
we're there.
No, he's not even at the computer.
Where did he go?
Oh, that's all right. All right. Well, we're going to pretend we're on Where's My Spaceship because it's all, Ben, where's my spaceship?
What spaceship are you curious about?
Where is he actually?
there.
He's just at the wrong computer.
We didn't
Where's my spaceship?
Because I'm recording.
Things fall apart. The center cannot hold. The
If you wanna
best
get
lack all
sick, you can go ahead and
conviction.
get
What's wrong
sick.
with you?
Those are,
Yeah.
honestly,
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like I'm gonna throw
You know what's
up
wrong
right
with
now
you.
What's wrong
because
with you?
it's like I had 3 and I'm like so.
What's
sick
wrong
of
with
it.
us?
I can only monitor so many things at one time.
It's
by
like
myself.
All
I
right.
should have spent more time talking about that patch.
All right, where's my spaceship?
We already talked a little bit about the Dragonfly.
Yes.
It's going to be a
A vroom vroom.
a vroom
gonna be a
vroom,
vroom vroom.
motorcycle-ish forward.
Space motorcycle.
The other ship that we've talked about in the past already is the possibility of a small miner ship. Any
Yes.
update with that?
Yes, the small miner ship is coming along very, very well. You guys are going to see it in the not too distant future. It's in the concept art stage right now.
Okay.
It started off looking just like the aluminum mallard from Space Quest 3. It's changed quite a bit from that original version.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. It did.
Looked exactly like it, except it was orange.
Yes. I didn't think about that.
I commented on a shotgun, and then Chris hated it. And
Yeah, I know. Here.
got redone. But no, it's coming along really well. That will likely be the next concept sale we do,
Likely.
barring incident, because
guarantee.
we aren't for sure until we sign off the final stage of the concept art, but it's coming together very well.
Okay. Now that people have gotten their first glimpse at big ships with the Starfare, there's a comment I see a lot is, "Oh, Starfare is cool, but where's my Carrack? So where's my Carrack?"
Carrick is still scheduled for a design pass at the interior. It needs a full interior workup, which is currently in Gurmak's schedule. Gurmak is finishing up the Caterpillar now, which is taking a little bit longer than we'd initially scheduled between some of the changes they want to do to integrate stuff with the Dragonfly and with him being out for a little bit.
For those of you who don't know, Gurmak had it as a knee injury, so he's recuperating.
Oh, is that what?
He had surgery on his knee.
Oh, wow.
But he's doing very well, and he specifically sent me a message today, actually, now that we brought that up. Let me find
Is
it.
it Gurmak brag?
No, he did. He said, "Make sure you tell the fans today I'm sorry I couldn't be there to say hi."
When was the last
That's
time he
him.
was here, actually?
Yeah.
He actually tried to come in a couple days ago, but he was in too much pain, so
Yeah.
he's working from home now.
Yes.
But working on that Caterpillar, and it's going to be good.
Are you getting ill?
I know.
Yep.
I'm like, what is happening?
All right, so Caterpillar's being worked on. It's Gurmak and Elwin's helping out with that, and so is Matt Sherman.
Yeah, the designer.
No, not Matt Sherman. Calyx Renault. Working out all the interior with all the new systems and whatnot. And the Caterpillar's set to be our baseline for Drake ships going forward, right?
Yeah, they're developing the style guide. It was funny because we sent out a draft style guide to Jim Martin, who was developing one of our ships, and we're like, but he's the one who came up with the colors in the first place. He should know. But it's all very formal now.
That's what happens as companies go on. You start formalizing processes and stuff. All right. So all the other big ships are pretty much in the same boat. The Orion,
I mean, Caterpillar will be the next. I mean, so the Idris is finishing up in UK. They're starting to do multiplayer tests and Squadron stuff with that. So that's a big ship that's coming in the not too distant future. The Javelin is very far along because it's also being used for Squadron. But probably the next non-limited, non-military big ship you'll see in engine will be the Caterpillar. I said that weird. But before even that, we have to make the Starfarer flyable, which is one of the priorities right now. Now it's Hager ready, and folks are working on the flight stuff.
What about some smaller ships that are still in the pipeline? What are we waiting for? Any small ships
Reliant
Reliant.
is
Very close.
That's really close. It's just polishing at this point. Not going to be a 2-3, but I would bet heavily that you'll see it in some form in 2-4.
Looks very cool. I like the vertical aesthetic. All right, I think that's about it for our Where's My Spaceship at this time. I'm sure we'll get more questions in the question and answer period. So let's go ahead and move on to the question and answer period. This is where we take questions from the RSI chat. So jump into RSI chat, into the general tab, and preface your question with the word question in capital letters, surrounded by brackets. That'll help me pick it apart from all the other conversations that are going on. And question number 1, right off the bat, from Thomas 2. I'm guessing there's another Thomas in the chat. That's why he's 2. Any update on a possible Aurora rework?
Yes, that is in the long-term plan. Because, of course, the Auroras are technically our most popular ship by some wide margin. It will definitely get a nub up to the current state. In fact, that was one of the items we were scheduling out later in the year stuff with production as part of these Aaron Roberts meetings. And the Aurora rework was in there, the Hornet F7A finishing, so a bunch of stuff that is more housekeeping than big fancy reveal.
Yes, and to be clear, the Aurora rework, it's hard to say. Aurora rework has not started yet. That's not
just on a schedule.
It's just on a schedule. Same thing with the 300 rework. Same thing with any possible Hornet rework.
I think design has actually started some of the thinking for the 300 rework, but no art and no tech designers.
Yeah. Question from Xenon93. Since we've had Pedro on an interview, could you ask Jeff Zanelli for an interview as well? I have considered that. We don't have as easy access to Jeff as we do Pedro, so but that's something I will pursue.
Yep. That was another thing we were working on this week, was setting up the Vandal language. We're going to be bringing the fellow who developed it in for some shooting, and have him give a Vandal lesson.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I saw somebody asking about the UE patches shipping. They will be shipping. They asked if they were on schedule to be delivered next month. Yep, they'll be shipping in the next week or so.
Cool. In case you couldn't hear, I don't know if the mic's picked up back there, but the UE patches will be shipping soon.
Speaking of merchandise, have we sold out of Star Maps?
We have.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sorry for bringing that up. But dog tags are still available.
Yes, dog tags are still available. They'll be available through the 4th. So pick that up if you want a customized dog tag. And if you're missed out on a star map and really want one, send me a ticket and I can help you. Unless there's like 500 of you.
Which now there
And
will
then in that
be.
case,
Which now there will be.
Now there will be 500.
Gotcha. See, Bojo asks, how is the procedural generation coming along?
Really well.
Yep. I talked a little bit about that with Aaron Roberts in our ATV interview. If it wasn't in the first half, it'll be in the second half, which airs next week. So, there's that. Sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. My page is going away. For the Starfarer sale, asked Pappy Boyington, will there be other modules with the sale, like a cargo module, or are there any modules for sale along with the Starfarer?
No additional ones with this sale. This is just hey, the ship's hangar ready. We're gonna make it available again sale, and we hadn't even been gonna make that big a deal about the post, but we saw this artwork that Nathan had been doing, and somehow he got to doing a trailer, and it just made for a nice fancy post. And we like any excuse where we get to write some lore and do some universe building. So.
Gotcha. Somebody asked if I would include the times for ATV and RTV in our weekly comlink schedule. It said I hadn't done it in the last 2 weeks, so I just had to check it. I'm like, yeah, it's in there. Times are in there. I did talk to Quarantine. I can't say his last name, but he was part of the ship shape segment we did last week. I talked to him a little bit yesterday about something a lot of people were asking about, the fish tank that was originally concepted into the Starfarer, and he says that is something they want to work on later on.
I actually know what some of the fish issues preventing that are right now.
Yeah?
Because I run a great email thread. It started like a week ago. It's like, fish persistence issues is the subject, and it's flagged red. And there's like all the, they're bringing stuff into persistence in one of our branches for the hangar, and there's some technical problem causing issues with the fish swimming back and forth. Yeah. So I saved that email in my inbox because it was one of my favorites.
Okay. Ben, would you like to talk about the price for the Starfarer? Folks are already seeing that the price is different on the CCU list.
Yes, I think we had talked about that a couple days ago. It's going to be $300 for the Starfarer this time around. We sold it for very, 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 very cheap. Initially, the initial plan for the Starfarer was that it was going to be a truck cab with a fuel tank, literally something of a flying tinderbox. And UK made it a much, much larger ship, similar to they did with the Idris. So the price has to go up.
Mm-hmm. And we've said that for a while, that one of the virtues of supporting a ship in its concept stage is that will be the cheapest price.
Yes, this will not impact people who have already bought the Starfarer at all. They got it in at the cheaper level, just new people. And I mean, I should warn now, it's going to go up a similar amount for the flight ready sale. So this will still be the cheapest chance to get a Starfarer. Yeah.
Okay. So I had there was a question here. I lost it.
I mean, we hear about pricing for every sale ever, and it always is going to be what it is. We know everybody would like a ship that's as cheap as possible and that has as many features as possible and that is as interesting as possible, but it's always going to be a balance.
Mule asks, last week it was stated there would be a VR update. Where is it? It's not what we stated last week. I said that I would ask Brian to include it. That's not the same as saying that there will be one. I've checked in with Brian, and hopefully we'll see an update on the state of VR in next week's News from Around the Verse. But again, it's
what they can talk about.
It's what they can talk about, what they can't talk about, guys.
Yeah, I think one thing folks it never really comes across is we are one foot in backer territory and 1 foot in development territory. A lot of the same things you wonder about are what we wonder about, and it's I forget where I'm going with this, but
I don't know. It's hard.
It's a long week.
We do, for as much as things change in game development, we do try to be certain that what we're telling you at a time is, the truth at that time and the truth that will persist on.
But it is an extremely difficult position to say, to know what 400 people around the world are doing at any time, and also to be able to accurately relay that to 1.2 million people. So,
yeah. Especially when you say one thing and then people hear a slightly different thing at times. So, I had a question. Will there be punitive action for people who kill unmanned ships?
Unmanned? Well, I would say probably.
Property damage?
Yeah, I can't go outside and blow up cars without getting in trouble. Trust me, I've tried.
Maybe that's something we can ask Austin about, since they're working on the PU stuff. Any updates on the ship spec page rework? Yeah, I've seen the mock-up that Turbulent wants to do. It's one of many things that Turbulent has in the pipe to work on. No ETA. It's probably not our highest priority thing at the moment, but they have worked it up. They have a plan in place, and they're working towards it.
They're pretty dedicated to this persistence crossover thing. Well, one of the things that, as we move towards persistence in the game, a lot of services and features that are currently run through the platform, that's a fancy word for website, a lot of the things that happen there, such as melts and sales and credit purchases and so on, ship transfers, moving stuff around in your hangar, blah, 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 all is going from, kind of the spit and glue platform side stuff we developed initially to get it out there to inside the game. So there's a lot of Turbulence bandwidth right now is interacting with the folks in Austin who are bringing that into the game, figuring out what they can and can't do right now. If you're wondering what Turbulence is working on right now, that's a big part of it.
Gotcha. Any progress on Merlin docking with the Constellation?
I have not seen anything on the Merlin in a while. I don't think folks are working on that this week. I mean, I saw the demo they did where it docks, but I don't think that's been put into production or really come close to it.
Shadow the Ulf, ULF, Ulf? Shadow the Ulf wants to know if the M5A, which is a weapon part of the card to wall, I think, will come to electronic access with the release of the card to wall.
No, not immediately. We will go back and integrate a lot of the legacy parts that we've introduced in the not-too-distant future. 2.4 is a major change to components. It's kind of, we've been playing with individual component systems, changing these two. I think it's the crest of the wave, this next one. So you'll see a bunch more components then. With 2.3, we are adding 2 engines, I believe. There's 2 engine upgrades that are coming.
Yes. Here's a question for Alexis. Darkmoon would like to know, is the map that was sold separately the same as the one in the old physical packages?
No. So what we did was we had lots of people asking us who bought this. We offered in the physical packages we had a folded star map, right? Because a game box will have something like that in it. And then we also sold the star maps separately as an item. So we are fulfilling the ones that were purchased separately. We're going to do those as rolled maps because we had so many requests for that since it was a standalone purchase, wasn't part of a box. So it is the same subject on the map. It's just going to be a slightly different version. If that makes sense.
It does.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
So is the map different?
No, the map is the same. It's the same art.
The subject matter is the same.
Layouts
The map is the same.
Yes, it's the same star map,
Yeah.
but it's a
One's folded, one's rolled.
Yes, the one in the game box is going to be folded to fit in the game box.
Okay. So the only difference is that it's folded versus rolled.
Yes, and if you have a game box, we aren't fulfilling those yet. Those will come a bit later, with the rest of the box contents.
Okay.
I know I was seeing that question a lot. I was trying to answer it as I was seeing it last week.
When questions probably aren't going to work, guys. How is Nix coming along? Well, last I saw, they're doing some layout changes after some feedback from the team in Austin. Behavior's working on that. It's coming along great. Everything I've seen looks amazing.
Yeah, they just finished a new lighting pass, I believe. I've got a meeting with Sandy and Tony next week where we're going to sit down and look at the schedule for that, so I should know a little bit more then.
Cool. Are you prepared to tell folks what company is making that mining ship that we've been talking about?
Yeah, I actually told them yesterday. It was MISC.
It's MISC. MISC.
Which you probably could have figured out by looking at the Space Quest 3 reference I made earlier. And figuring out which of our companies look like that. Or watching that show with Batgirl I do, which I talked about it yesterday.
Gotcha.
I don't understand why that show is becoming very popular, but it seems to be. It seems like the most dull thing in the world to watch me talk for half an hour.
He says in the middle of a show where he talks for an hour. Pedro posted on the Facebook that the Star Citizen soundtrack would be available soon. Any ETA on when we might get our hands on it?
Okay, so I will point this out about Pedro. Because this also came up earlier in the week where he was like, "Oh, you'll see the Starfare video tomorrow." He is thinking of things in terms of his internal due date, which is yes, we told him, "Oh, we have to have the Starfare track done by Thursday because we need to put this together. We have to have the tracks for the soundtrack because they have to go to the factory and be printed and then be put in a game box by this date." Not the same thing as that it will come out that date.
Right.
The reason there is a deadline for the soundtrack, though, is for that exact reason. We want to put everything in a box and ship it to folks in the, I don't want to say immediate future, but the not too distant future. So that's the
We're
deadline
working
he's
on
thinking
it.
of.
Draxus wants to know, when will we see what becomes of Big Benny? I need more footage. There's a thread in official announcements. We're collecting footage of Big Benny, people flying Big Benny's machines all over the galaxy. We still need more footage. So I can't tell you when that'll come because I can't tell you how fast people will supply me with footage. But we need more footage of Benny everywhere and anywhere he's not supposed to be. Let's see. Thanks, CIG, for showing my backflip video. Well, you're welcome, Cetus. We really
You're
enjoyed
welcome.
That was a cool video.
Yeah.
Is there going to be any changes to how collision works? Probably.
What do you mean? It worked perfectly.
Nothing in the game is final yet, so I would expect everything to change and iterate somewhat. FC has a question for Alexis. Is the plan for the next 3 subscriber flares to be more plants?
Well, the next one's going to be a ship model because we do those every other month. So April's going to be a ship model, and then May will be another plant. So, yep, every other month you'll have a new plant for the next year, I believe.
When in the month do those come out? Is it at the beginning of the month?
It's the second Friday of every month.
Gotcha.
So I have a schedule up in the subscriber den, which if you're not a subscriber, you won't be able to see. But it's stickied in the subscriber perk post. I have some dates in there.
So become a subscriber
That's right.
to get
And to
Top
create great
secret.
content like this.
top secret information.
Shepard wants to know what the next profession we can expect to see in the game is.
I would say it's a toss-up between mining and
Cargo.
Cargo, yep.
Trader,
Mercantilism. I don't even know what we call it.
both of which Aaron talks about in the second half of our interview. ATV next week.
Next week on ATV.
Next week on ATV.
I mean, you'll also see more bounty hunting stuff as the reputation system grows, but I'm not really counting that. I'm thinking of professions as stuff like science and exploration and so on.
Will Starfarer Gemini get prize updates soon? I don't know what that means. I read it out loud in case somebody else knew what that meant.
Price update?
Price update.
Oh, price update. It says prize update. That makes more sense. That's why I read it out.
Starfare Gemini will go up the same amount, so it'll be $100 for hangar ready, $100 for flight ready.
But no plans for when it'll go on sale again.
No plans. Well, there are plans, but they aren't ready for announcing yet.
Folks asking about the Vandal language. They might have joined after you mentioned it before.
Yes, the fellow who did the Vandal language is going to be coming down here for some interviews. It's actually half interviews, half to talk about other languages. But we're going to shoot some stuff about, show you guys how you can speak Vandal.
Gotcha. Kroger wants to know is the cancellation of the Gamescom event at eWork real?
What?
Are we? We're not.
We didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't cancel it because it was not.
No, we never
didn't
we
have
never
a
set up
plan
a
for it this
Yes.
year.
Yeah. There won't be the big party like we used. Like there won't be the big presentation.
The thing we're dropping is the planned presentation because we don't want the team working for a month to get to that. We want everybody working straight through on Squadron, and whatever patch we're up to then, 5.3, 5, 2.3, 2.4, 2.7 or whatever we're at then. But we will be having several social gatherings. Everybody will be there. Chris, us, Sandy, David Swafford. We're going to have a full-size booth this time on the Gamescom show floor for anybody who's attending the show. And then we'll have off-site get-togethers with backers. And there will be smaller presentations. We will have some cool stuff to show, especially I think with the procedural tech that's going to be ready by then. But we didn't rent eWork this time. Is the only difference.
Okay. Any updates on the Herald?
Yes, Herald is in
why I
active
asked.
development right now. It went through a minor design thing earlier this week because I know I had to sign off on some stuff and Chris had too, and we both weighed in on some changes to a little bit of the outer look. But you'll be seeing more about that in not too distant future. The folks who are working on the Scout are now handling the Herald, and we're paying special attention this time, which is why Chris and I are signing off on some very specific elements of it to make sure that nothing like the seat thing happens again.
The Kronos One asks, any progress on Org 2.0? Yes, Org 2.0 is part of a entire proposed revamp of our chat and forum system. So it's much bigger than just here's a thing for orgs.
Oh, I saw the new forum stuff they're building. It looks really cool.
Yeah, doesn't it? But they're still working on the proposal, still working out all the plans for the technical parts, how it all links together. But it's all part of a bigger proposal to replace the chat, replace the forums, and basically the way that you communicate on our website. So because we don't want to just develop something just for orgs, we want to develop a bespoke solution for our entire website. So we move away from vanilla forums, because vanilla forums, of course, has quite a few limitations. So we can move away from the chat, the XMPP chat that's currently there. So it's part of a much bigger thing. So that's why it's taking as long as it is. So they haven't started building it. They're still designing it at this point. But hopefully that's something we'll have in place this year. No ETA beyond that. Oh, FC is Fastcart. Thanks, CIG, for the MVP. Thank you, Fastcart, for a cool spreadsheet. John Erskine was a huge fan of that. Oh my gosh, he lost his stuff over that. He was talking to me. He's like, he was just talking with our head of business development, Carl. He was just talking with Carl Jones about how they needed to put something like that together. It's like that. And then I sent him that link the same week he was having meetings with Carl Jones. He's like, "This is awesome. This is just what we were looking for." So, good job.
It also prompted Hennessy to break out in. He played Tracy Chapman's Fast Car immediately after that ATV shoot
Which
on
is
his
a
guitar.
perfect parody.
Yeah.
Oh, he's about to gear it up right now.
Yep.
Look at
Is
him
he
go.
getting-
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's breaking out the guitar.
Come play. Come.
Info on the guitar.
Nope.
It's happening.
Lando, what's your favorite ship to date? My favorite ship for a long time has been the Starfare.
You might as well come play us a little bit. Come on camera so we can see you.
Oh my god.
What? He's
No,
such
play
a
more.
tease.
Play more.
The thing I envy about our viewers is that they can't hear that.
That's what I say. Come over here.
They can't hear it until he's gonna walk it over here.
You gotta walk.
You got a
behind-
copyright infringement.
You gotta walk behind Ali and play. Tom.
You can't say fast car without thinking fast car.
I love the community.
I could.
I know.
I did. Oh, I hate RTV since it got so formal. They took out all the informality.
Did somebody wait? What?
Is that what somebody just said?
They've been saying that for a couple of weeks.
Why? We're still
Mr.
informal.
Voltog says, was Cargo Olympics just lore?
No, Cargo Olympics is something the designers have been talking about forever. The fact that it would be coming out today was lore / fan speculation. It's not
Yeah.
something we were planning to release
Yeah, no,
anytime soon.
Yeah.
I was seeing that
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah,
No,
no.
not a viral.
Yes, no. I talked to the writers about
Well, it
it.
would've been a good one.
They set a date when they first came up with it, And then when they realized, hey, we have a lore story in the week that's the same as that date, they just made the lore story about that. But it was not a sign of anything happening today. Guys, there's no Cargo Olympics anything happening today. So. Edward K. wants to know, will we be able to fly out of our hangar anytime soon?
That's a darn good question. I don't know what the timeline for that is.
It's on the list. It's one of those things we want, right?
Yes, we do. We do want you to be able to fly out of the hangar.
I don't know.
I don't know. Do we want that? People will be free.
All right. So for folks that weren't here at the beginning, Alexis, are the UE patches still on schedule to ship next month?
Yes, they will be shipping in the next week or two.
Okay. Did we put out the jump point rerun this week?
No, it'll be out later today.
Okay. I was asking. Any
I
updates?
didn't want to bug David Ladyman. I'm not getting the images because he's busy with Star Traders, but I did mention it.
Yeah. Any updates on the Redeemer, our TNGS ship?
No updates.
Okay. Are we ever going to get CitizenCon in the Montreal studio?
Probably not CitizenCon. The studios in Montreal, well, they're absolutely integral to the development of Star Citizen. It's Behavior and Turbulent. They're not actually our studios. They are contractors. So it would be a lot harder for us to run a CitizenCon event there.
Yeah, we tend to run CitizenCons in our backyard to minimize the bandwidth necessary.
But if you wanted to bet on a fourth location for a future CitizenCon, I would think Frankfurt.
That is not the same as us saying the next CitizenCon will be in Frankfurt, people.
Oh God. I saw people asking about the Anvil mouse pad.
Yep, I should get there.
Yes, those will be available soon. That was our sample. If you saw photos of it, and they are being produced in the near future. So we'll have pre-orders up in the next, I'd say, week or so.
Was Grandma cool with the colors?
He was,
Yeah.
yes. And I actually had talked to him. We were concerned that it was a little purple looking, and Gurmok said no, it is purple. He likes to kind of do. Inject a color into his concept art, he was saying. So.
Did he see the thing, the mock-up I did for the website? Did he see that picture we did?
No. The photo?
Yeah, just because if he's particular on his colors,
No, but I was looking at it compared to the actual thing, and it was...
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah,
it was pretty spot on.
okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I know he's very hands-on.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the first thing I went up to ask Gurmok as he came in and
Are you seriously gonna
his
eat more of
first day at
those?
the office was if the
I'm
mouse
like
pad was
literally
okay.
so sick right now, and I had 2.
You also look
are you
pretty
off the
ill,
diet?
During the show, so I don't know why you're
I don't
continuing
know
to
why
eat
he
those.
keeps eating
Did
them.
you just
Like,
ruin the diet eating 1999 candy?
Oh my god!
Like-
I wondered about that too, and I didn't want to say anything.
Honestly, like I feel so bad, and I had like 2. Literally.
Did
I
you
can't-
forget?
Yes. I even went to Taco Bell and scraped eggs and bacon
well,
out of
okay,
the
so
thing.
I saw you come back with
I
a
know,
Taco
I
Bell
would.
bag,
I know, I-
right?
I-
And I was
I
like,
did like the-
well, no, I thought maybe you were off, and I wasn't gonna call you
Nope.
out on it, but
I went and scraped the...
now I can make fun
egg
of
and
you
cheese.
for eating this candy.
You can't have candy on the diet?
Oh, it's
Carbs.
sugar.
Oh, sugar. Okay.
Carbs. This is
I don't even know.
This
if
is
it-
absolutely not on our
no,
diet.
I think the sugar has turned into like acid, like toxic. So I think you're okay on
Continue
sugar.
to pour it on down.
Sugar not being in there.
Well, now that I know I effed it up.
There's no
Oh
sugar
my
in that
God.
candy. There is like
my
asbestos. It's like I don't even know.
Yeah, well, how many carbs are in asbestos?
I
It's
have,
got a lot of fiber in it,
I
right?
have actually eaten asbestos before.
God,
There was
it
an
doesn't
asbestos
surprise
problem
me.
at my high school, so
Like-
shout out to Lebanon Catholic Junior Senior High School and your asbestos
Praise
problem.
God.
I ate
Praise
asbestos
Jesus.
in high school too.
Okay, I didn't say I ate it.
I ate it.
It
Why did
existed
you?
at my school.
How did you eat asbestos?
All right. So we had to. I was in stage crew and we had to rewire all of our lights. They didn't tell us why we had to rewire our lights, just that we had to rewire the lights. So all the old wires, what we didn't realize at the time, were coated in asbestos, and the reason we were removing them is because they were all used asbestos coating. So we took the old wires and we used to thwap each other with them, watch big asbestos clouds go. We'd breathe it in, and we'd swing them around like lassos and hit each other with them and stuff like that. And then I had a little 6-inch little piece of it, and I used to chew on it like it was a piece of straw, like a farmer with a straw. And I just go through the day just chewing on it. I had an oral fixation. Yeah, I had an oral fixation.
Explains a lot.
Yeah. So
So if you're taking anything away from this episode,
so all those commercials were like, you may have mesothelioma if you've been exposed to asbestos. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much how I'm gonna die.
Oh my gosh, I can't even.
No, it's gonna be the
imagine.
candy now.
It's gonna be the candy with asbestos in it, the wires you ate.
Anything's better than the brain stuff.
Oh my god,
Let's see.
I can't. And then he's going for more.
Everybody was so worried the show was gonna get so formal.
no one was worried about
Never
that.
really
No,
an
dude.
actual worry.
Yeah, some people. I got that. Any new merchandise coming, like lanyards? Is Jump Point Volume, I'm assuming means 2, shipping before the summer or Gamescom?
Yes. Jump Point is gonna be we're gonna start printing it soon. So soon they will ship. I'd say probably June those will start shipping.
Gird your loins. Jump Point's coming.
And yeah, we have more. Sandy and I are looking at doing some hoodies with the same fabric that we did the redacted ones with. We're hoping to find something close to that.
Hey, bro, you want to go down behind the middle school and do some hoodies?
Wait, what? Is that from Greece?
No, that was just Ben being Ben.
Oh.
It's not from anything.
Wait, of all the things that could be from,
Well, because it took place at a high school.
Yeah,
that's right.
so I mean,
Look, I get your logic.
okay,
It's
alright.
fine.
I was trying to find context.
And when you're working with something random from Ben, sometimes there might not be context.
Right?
I love you.
Looking ahead.
Will we see a coordinate system anytime soon? Oh,
no.
camera just
Nope.
went up.
Oh
It
my
got dark
God.
in here.
Yeah,
And it got back. Lights went back on.
we're
I think I mean like when you're flying through space in a 3-dimensional coordinate system. Like I'm at X32, Y51, Z. something.
yeah, that worked on that stuff.
In fact, in next week's ATV Fast Forward, you'll see some of the work we're doing to help you find your way around in 3D positional space. It's a new augmented reality prototype for EBA in next week's ATV Fast Forward.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at all the people saying you're dying.
Yeah. And can I do interpretive dance for the candy flavors? What?
That is a strange question.
That
Whoever asked
is
that.
a strange question. You can't interpretive dance candy flavors.
Let's see. One of my colleagues was tasked to clean out the garbage. He took a leaf blower to blow out all the dust, and afterwards the boss said he had to clean it out because of asbestos.
Say, what is the background of this computer? What is the Windows background?
What is the
That's
Windows
not that.
background?
No,
Is it
it's the wrong
asbestos?
computer.
No, I fixed it.
Oh, you
Was that you who did that?
Wait,
All right.
wait, what was it?
All right. So I came to set this computer up today, and the desktop wallpaper had been changed to the ass of a collie or a Shiba Inu or some
Sheltie.
dog.
It was a
It was a
Sheltie.
Sheltie. Okay.
What's a
So you were part of
Sheltie?
this too then.
No,
Wait,
but I know
what's
what
a Sheltie?
is.
What
It's
is-
like a mini collie. It's like a collie, the miniature version of a collie.
I thought it was a corgi.
Or was it a corgi?
It was a
Okay,
corgi.
you're right,
It was a
corgi.
dog's
No, you're right, it
ass.
was a corgi.
Whatever it was a dog's ass, and then 23 image icons of myself all dogpiled onto each other, like it was an
coming out of its
infection.
Butt like poop.
I didn't get
Thank
that
you
part.
for being
All right, so you
honest
definitely
with
were
what
part
it
of
was.
this then.
How did I miss that? When was this?
I found it yesterday.
That was all
I fixed it
Ben.
yesterday.
Oh my
I just happened to
gosh.
walk by when he was doing it.
So that's what they had done to my computer here. The funniest thing about RTB is Justin being oblivious to everything.
Justin is not oblivious
I'm
to
not.
everything.
I'm
We
like
love
you
Justin.
guys in person.
Yeah.
We love
I get to
Justin.
experience all this stuff
Justin
for the first time.
has a good heart.
Thank you.
It's like you're speaking at his funeral. Of all the souls I've encountered on my journey, Justin's was the most.
Justin. Did I just make a fast forward for the ATV fast forward? Yes, I did.
Wait a second. They liked our new fast forward logos.
No, they're saying, did I just fast forward to the fast forward for next week? Which is what I did.
Justin made the logos.
Justin made the look
Yes,
for once.
Justin made the intro for ATV Rewind and ATV Fast Forward this week.
I remember a children's book when I was like 11 where it was like a family that got a magic VCR, and the first one could fast forward you to the future, and then there was a sequel where it rewound into the past. And that was the kind of thing that was okay in the early 90s.
I just want to point out that Hennessy is in there playing fast car on his guitar. I can hear it.
I don't know
He's
what.
shaking his head.
Hennessy, let's go ahead to the looking ahead.
He should just come out here and give us a show.
All right. So that's the end of our question and answer period, people. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Looking ahead, we've got 10 for the chairman's brother.
Oh, it was supposed to be a surprise. That was
Sorry.
clearly supposed to be a surprise.
Who said it was supposed to be a surprise?
Well, we made it a surprise. That's why we did the chairman, and it comes in, and it psychs him out at first. Oh God,
Not everyone
not supposed
watches
to be a surprise.
RTV anyway.
it's fine.
So
It'll surprise some folks.
Monday's 10 for the chairman is with Aaron Roberts. We got him to sit down and do 10 questions before he took off. So look forward to that.
That's a good one.
Next week's ATV has the second part of the Aaron Roberts interview. So it's an Aaron Roberts.
Just all Aaron Roberts
All Aaron
all
Roberts.
the time.
It's
Oh,
a marathon.
Wednesday when we have the subscriber RTV
With the original
with
Roberts.
the original chairman.
Chris Roberts.
Yes.
So there's a thread in the subscriber den right now. You can post your questions. We will, of course, be taking questions live from the subscriber chat, but we always like to have a few in reserve. So you can post your questions there. Chris Roberts, Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific. I think that's 6 GMT, UTC,
Yes. Now with
Yes.
the time change or whatever.
with the time change.
Oh, we still need to change that. I think we still say PDT on ATV.
It is PDT.
No, so then we say PST on ATV. Need to fix that.
Then fix it.
You keep reminding me right now.
We're
I-
workshopping it. It's fine.
Yes.
Workshopping. And the return of Lore Maker's Guide to the Galaxy, this time with Will Weisbaum.
Ooh.
So we're moving through the Lore Makers team, moving up to that special moment when we get Dave Haddock in there. And
We
I
need
just...
lore makers trading cards.
That
What a
actually
Dave Haddock
would
trading
be.
card.
That would be actually a clever idea. No.
We also have 2.3 will be going live in the near future, we hope. We got an AI
genuinely thought that
bug
was a good
to
idea.
squash, which folks are working on today. Actually, some guys came into the hoop.
Oops, sorry. Jar Jar's tonguing the mic here.
Had some guys who came in on their day off in the UK to help out with that. So
Jared, stop looking at me.
we'll
like
take a
that.
look later today, see if it's good to go. If not, early next week, hopefully. Meanwhile, a lot of the team is moving on to 2.4, which we'll have some other. We're targeting another flyable ship and another hangar ship for 2.4, as well as a whole bunch of other additions.
Stop looking at me like that.
Trying to think what else we're working on. We want to do that Vandal language video with the Squadron 42 guys. By the way, I think it's kind of a hidden gem. We did the Andy Serkis interview last week, and it kind of got overshadowed by the Starfare. It's a really cool interview. You should check that out. We've been doing one of these Squadron interviews every month or so, and I think we have one more. I can't say who it is, but mark my words, it'll be a strong one.
Stronger than Andy Serkis? I mean, that's the guy who invented.
I hate you all.
Wait, I missed that one. Did I miss that one? Oh my gosh! I was like.